Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a young girl named Cinderella. Her early childhood was filled with love. Her father, the kind Duke of the realm, cherished her deeply. But after her mother's passing, he felt Cinderella needed a companion and a guiding hand in the household. So he found a new wife, Lady Tremaine, hoping she would give his daughter the love and care he couldn't. Lady Tremaine came with her own daughters, the vain and conniving Anastasia and Drizella, outwardly refined. But beneath that polished exterior beat the heart of a serpent. When Cinderella's father died unexpectedly, her world changed forever. Now an orphan, she was left at the mercy of her stepmother. Instead of treating her like family, Lady Tremaine forced her into servitude. From dawn until night, Cinderella scrubbed floors, washed laundry, cooked meals, and obeyed every whim of her stepmother and stepsisters. The once bright halls of her home echoed only with demands and scorn. Yet despite her hardships, Cinderella's spirit remained kind. She befriended the animals around her, mice, birds, and other little creatures who adored her. To them she was not a servant, but a friend, singing sweetly as she worked. One day a royal proclamation spread through the land. The king, eager to see his son married, had declared a grand ball at the palace. Every maiden in the kingdom was invited, for the prince would choose his bride that night. Excitement filled the air, and even in Cinderella's household, Anastasia and Drizella shrieked with anticipation, dreaming of shimmering gowns and the prince's eager eyes. Cinderella, too, dreamed of attending for just one evening free of chores. When she timidly asked permission, Lady Tremaine gave a cold reply. "You may attend if you finish all your chores and find something suitable to wear." At first, hope glimmered in Cinderella's heart. She worked tirelessly, and with the help of her animal friends, she transformed her late mother's old gown into something lovely. They patched it with ribbons, beads, and sashes scavenged from the stepsisters' cast-offs. But when Cinderella appeared, glowing with joy, envy struck Anastasia and Drizella. Urged on by Lady Tremaine's sly smile, they tore at her dress, ripping away the decorations until she was left in rags. Their cruelty crushed her spirit. Alone in the garden, tears streamed down her face as her dreams crumbled. Then, in a shimmer of light, her fairy godmother appeared. With warmth and kindness, she reminded Cinderella that even in despair, hope must never die. With a flick of her wand, magic sparkled across the night. A pumpkin turned into a magnificent carriage, mice into horses, a dog into a footman, and rags into a dazzling ball gown, complete with glass slippers that glisten like stars, yet magic has its limits. The fairy godmother warned, at midnight, the spell will break. Everything will return to what it was, except for your memories of this night. With gratitude and excitement, Cinderella stepped into the carriage and raced toward the palace. At the ball, all eyes turned to her. The prince, weary of shallow introductions, was instantly captivated by her grace. Together, they danced across the grand hall, oblivious to everyone else. Time melted away until the clock began to chime midnight. Panicked, Cinderella fled, dashing down the palace stairs. In her haste, one glass slipper slipped from her foot, left behind as she disappeared into the night. The carriage became a pumpkin, the horses turned back to mice, and Cinderella stood in her rags once more, clutching only one glass slipper as proof the dream had been real. The prince, determined to find the mysterious maiden, ordered his men to search the kingdom. Every young woman would try on the glass slipper, for it would fit only the one he loved. The news spread quickly, reaching even Lady Tremaine's household. Greed filled her heart. She would ensure one of her daughters claim the prize. When the Grand Duke arrived with the slipper, Anastasia and Drizella shoved their feet in vain, but the shoe would not fit. As Cinderella watched quietly, Lady Tremaine locked her away in the attic, hoping no one would discover her. Yet her animal friends worked tirelessly, stealing the key and freeing her just in time. As the Duke prepared to leave, Cinderella appeared. Lady Tremaine tried to sabotage her, shattering the slipper on the floor. Gasps filled the room until Cinderella revealed she had the other shoe. She slipped her delicate foot inside, and it fit perfectly. Soon after, Cinderella was brought to the palace. The prince embraced her, overjoyed to have found the girl from the ball. Their wedding was a celebration of love and justice. For Cinderella, who had endured cruelty with grace and hope, it was the fulfillment of her dream. The story of Cinderella endures because it carries a timeless message. Kindness, patience, and faith can withstand even the harshest trials. And though magic helped her, it was her heart that truly shone, proving that goodness, no matter how hidden, will always find its way to happiness.